Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Surprise in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling day. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast, number 2107. And tonight's episode is called Becoming Requires Boundaries. Yes, and this is part 4 of our Becoming Living the Story You're Growing Into series that we are doing this week. Every time we grow, something has to shift to make room for it. And I will tell you this, going through this exercise today in preparation for tonight, well, actually this whole week, I was looking at some of this thing going, I got to shift that out of the way. I have to shift that out of the way. And I just had a client contact me about something. And I said, look, right now that's on hold while I prepare for my move back to New Zealand. But if you contact this person, they will be able to assist you. And that felt really good to be able to know that I didn't feel obligated to help her. Well, I did help her because I found somebody else to do the work for her, but I didn't feel bad because I had set that boundary up. So tonight we're going to be talking about this, and every time we grow, something has to shift to make room for it. And often the first thing we need to shift isn't the dream, it's the boundaries around us. Becoming your next version will require clearer lines, stronger no's, and braver yeses. Yes, sometimes it's hard to say no, especially when you're somebody like me who likes to help and serve people, and having to say no to somebody so that I can concentrate on getting back to New Zealand and getting everything done in preparation for that. And helping that person find somebody who can take care of them for them. That can be a little bit of a struggle, but I did my strong no. I was my braver yes, and there you go. So you can't become who you are meant to be if you keep making space for what no longer fits. Now, it wasn't that what she asked me to do didn't fit anymore. It's just that it's currently on hold. But at least I have a friend who is in the business as well and does a phenomenal job, and I have no problem referring her business in order for my clients to get the best of the best. So that's one thing I like to make sure. So when I'm putting stuff on hold and referring them over to other people, it is done with love, and it is done with the fact that I want the best for them. And right now, my brain's not in that area, and because it's concentrating on something else right now. So that boundary is up, that I am not taking on any new clients, or my existing clients are now getting moved over to somebody else. It's allowing me the space for what needs to be within those boundaries and growing and changing. So why growth stirs up boundary work. As you change, your time, energy, and emotional bandwidth needs protection. Just like I said. People may and I will tell you this, I was wrapping my brains for an example, and this one literally dropped into my lap about 10 minutes ago. And I was like, perfect. When you have a need, things show up. When you're looking for something, the universe comes together for you. But anyway, back on topic. People may expect the old you to keep showing up even when that version no longer serves you. Growth often disrupts old dynamics, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. What you might notice in the season of becoming, or whatever, last night one of the questions we asked you is, what are you going to call this season for you? Is it becoming? Is it, I don't remember the suggestions we had there. No, totally forgotten. My brain is on this one. What you might notice in the season is that you might feel emotionally drained around certain people or commitments. And when you feel that, you're sort of like, oh, maybe that's got to be put on hold for now, or that commitment needs to be changed, or yeah. Guilt when you say no, even though it's the right decision. There are times that I have said no because I'm in the process of changing, and what they want me to do doesn't fit with what's going on at this point in time. My brain's not in that space. It's in this space over here. So I feel there's a lot of times I feel guilty when I'm having to turn down helping somebody, because I'm here to serve and help. And if I have to turn somebody down, it kind of makes me, but then I have to remember it's okay, because that they're asking of me is not where I am right now. I'm over here in this space. I have my fence up, my no fence, my no boundary, and it's serving its purpose and it's doing what it means to, and it's doing what it needs to be doing while I'm over here doing what I need to be doing. Resentment building where boundaries are missing. Yeah, you do get resentment where, yeah. And so when I've noticed that resentment coming in, I know I have to put a boundary up and I have to work on that. And some of them, it's a little hard to construct that boundary because it could be something that I really love doing. And I'm sort of like, oh, I actually have to put that aside for now. And other times it's sort of like, yeah, I need to get that boundary up. Healthy boundaries say, I love you, but I won't carry you anymore. That used to be my role, but it isn't anymore. I'm allowed to protect the energy I need to grow. Becoming means choosing peace over people pleasing, purpose over proving, rest over resentment, growth over guilt. So how do you begin reclaiming your boundaries? Start with your time. Oops, sorry, I should have really put that on silence. Hang on, let's put that on silence now. So how you begin reclaiming your boundaries is start with your time. What are you overcommitted to that no longer aligns? And I was looking at my calendar the other day, and it used to be that I had flexibility in a lot of in some mornings because yes, I have client work to do, but it was in a manageable state that I could devote this morning to that particular client, this one to that. Yes, I could move my schedule around. Afternoons completely blocked off. But the mornings I had a lot more flexibility. And now I'm looking at my calendar, I'm going, where did all my flexible time go? It's not as flexible anymore. It doesn't have as much space in there as it used to have. So now I have to sit down, and this is one of these things where my boundaries are too loud, where I'm overcommitting my time. Where am I overcommitting my time, and can I let it go for now? Some things might have to be put on the back burner for now, and that's okay. Check your language. Are you apologizing for things you're allowed to need? So if you need this time slot to work on this particular project because it's going to, help you get over here to the person you are becoming, then don't apologize for it. You need to be doing this project here because it's going to get you to where you need to go. My projects right now, I'm looking at them. Is this going to help me get to New Zealand? Yes. Then we continue doing it. Is it not going to help me get to New Zealand? We put it on the back burner, or we refer that business to somebody else. Name your priorities and let your boundaries guard them. Write down what your priorities are. And as I always say, pen and paper. This is my new Carrie notebook right now. It's got lots of ideas and stuff in there. But pen and paper work better for helping you remember and helping it to stick. So write in your note. Find yourself a notebook for your becoming, a journal, and put in there what your priorities are, and then let your boundaries guard them. Now your reflection questions for tonight. I have already worked through these. Yes. Where are your boundaries too loose, and how is that affecting your becoming? Where are your boundaries too loose, and how is that affecting your becoming? What's one boundary you've been avoiding and why? Yes, I already know what that is, and my why is stupid. Really. There has been a project that I've been working on for the last few weeks. I started working on it with great energy and everything a couple of weeks ago, and then the fear set in. Or was it the fear? No, it wasn't really the fear. It wasn't really the fear that set in. It's just stupid. It's a stupid why as to why it set in. And it's sort of like, why am I not working on that project? That project will be a great leap for me. And that's one that I'm working on and having to look at. And so my little red notebook has those notes in it for that. And so now I'm going to go back and do that. I've already completed other projects that I've done since then. Our Porch Light journal being one of them. The Porch Light Reflection Journal was one of those projects that I was sort of like, I'm going through, I'm getting this done. I still have to upload it to Amazon so that you can get a physical copy. And that's where my block is on that one. But I've got the ebooks up, I've got the e-copies up. So now working on getting the the copy up onto Amazon so you can get a physical copy. So I'm working on that. So if you've been asking for a physical, and I know some of you have been asking for a physical copy too. So we are working on that. It will be up this weekend. I've now said it. I've committed to it. It's going to be up this weekend. That's one of my priorities. That's going to happen this weekend. And I'm looking around the house, seeing what needs to be done, and realize I need to, rather than doing a little bit here and a little bit over here and a little bit here and leaving all these piles and everything looking like a huge mess, I'm going to start making a list of concentrating on one area. And when I go into that area, what am I going to do? What is my goal? What am I accomplishing? All the stuff that's sitting over here, why is it sitting over there? Is it going? Is it staying? What's it doing? Because I've got piles all over the place that are donate piles, sell piles, going, keeping piles, trash piles. Well, the trash piles get dealt with every week, along with recycling piles. But, the keep and the donate and the sell piles are like all over the place. I need to organize them into separate areas so that I know when I go into that area, this is my sell pile. When I go into this area, this is my donate pile. I probably have enough to fill up the car and go for a trip to Goodwill. So that might be on the agenda this weekend. So, as I'm looking around the house and walking around and seeing what needs to be done, it's very overwhelming. So now I'm going to start organizing it into little small projects and take those donate piles and put them in the car and take them down to Goodwill. And because that will create space. And when we create space, the brain gets creative. The creativity starts flowing, and that can help me organize the rest of the stuff. So that's one area where my boundaries are loose. So I'm tightening those up. And the boundaries that I've been avoiding, I know which boundaries those are, and I know why I'm avoiding them. And then the third question we have for you is, what might change in your life if you protected your becoming more bravely? So what might change in your life if you protected your becoming more bravely? If you got more bravely and stood in place with your boundaries and stuck with them, tightened them up, what might change in your life? Very simple, very easily. Every version of you deserves protection, not just the exhausted one, not just the people-pleasing one, but the becoming one, the version growing, healing, unfolding. She or he needs boundaries most of all. So you're becoming the becoming one, the version growing, healing, and unfolding is what needs boundaries most of all. And with that, we are out of here. Remember, if you want to write any of those questions into the non-prompted pages of the journal and you want a free copy of the sample of the journal, just go up here, scan this QR code, and it will take you to where you sign up for the Porchlight newsletter, and which is the next edition will be coming out next Monday. First edition is already out. If you're on LinkedIn, it is on my profile there under newsletters. And if you're not on LinkedIn, get on LinkedIn or go find my profile, type in Porchlight newsletters. It should come up in the search. But get out there, get the journal so you can start writing into it. And we will be notifying you as soon as the copy has been uploaded to Amazon, so you can get the physical copy if you want a physical copy of the book. And with that, we are out of here. Go out, have a super fun. Oh, and if you can't scan the code, the link is in the description down below, along with the questions. Yeah, is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. So with that, we are out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic, sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6